Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Data here, and welcome to the 2025 NHL Draft Lottery. We are just about, I don't know when they're going to do it exactly, maybe 30 minutes away or so from the end of the show. By 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we will know who is having the first overall selection, or at least the rights to the first overall selection in this upcoming draft. Here are the odds as they look right now. We look over at Tankathon. The San Jose Sharks with the best odds at 18 point, what is it? The first overall is 25.5%. Yes, 25.5% of number one. Chicago at 2. Nashville, Philadelphia, Boston, Seattle, Buffalo, Anaheim, Pittsburgh, and the Islanders round out the top 10 as the Canadians pick 16, 17 for all you Canadians fans out there. The biggest thing to think about will be in terms of the next half hour, will be the new reveal system, as it won't be the lottery happening in a separate room. Some reporters get to see it, then they go and show it later on. I think the biggest problem with that is that they were just having way too many glitches. It was ridiculous how many glitches they were having, where they were going ahead and, okay, I've tried to block out every ad and it keeps coming back. They would try to have something happen and then, oh, sorry, it showed on the screen for half a second that somebody won a lottery, or, oh, leak in the studio that a team jumped. What was it? Oh, well, now it shows that Chicago jumped. No. So I think this is going to be the best way to do it. And we'll be following along with Puckpedia's new system here, the draft lottery combination lookup. And supposedly it's going to be live updated right here, so that it'll show us as the numbers start to come, then they'll show what possibilities are still left. So let's listen to what's being said here on NHL on Sportsnet.
The Commissioner, Gary Bettman, and Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly will be in studio with us, along with a few others you'll meet soon, because the show has changed this year. Instead of conducting the lottery draw earlier and then revealing the results with final order of
Welcome,
the
everybody.
16 picks in the draft tonight, for the first time ever, you will see the lottery draw live.
Yeah, as we should.
Let's start with the percentages to win.
I was okay. So 18.5% of winning the first overall pick, but 20 points.
Yeah. To retain the first overall pick. That's because the rule states that you
Okay.
can only move up a maximum of 10 positions.
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. So 18.5% chance of winning the lottery. 25.5% chance of keeping first overall for the Sharks, because those bottom teams can't jump up more than 10 spots.
It will be locked into the first pick for the second consecutive year. Now, there will be two drawings tonight to determine the first round order of selections in the 2025 Upper Deck NHL Draft.
Oh, Upper Deck sponsored it. They need some more money.
All four number combinations assigned to the team that won the first drawing will be designated in the second drawing. The winner of the second drawing can move up a maximum
of 10
spots to as high as number 2, but only as long as another team was not locked into that number 2 position as a result of the first draw.
Makes sense.
Let's go over to Kevin Weeks, who's tracking our team reps. Weeksy.
Okay, so now he's going to talk about, and welcome. It's the associate assistant to the traveling secretary of the Calgary Flames. How are you tonight? I'm doing well, Kevin. Thank you. How are you? So we can jump through some of that. I see Kyle Dubas on the screen, Mike Greer. So at least some of the GMs are showing up. That's nice to see. Welcome, everybody. Doggy, Dom, welcome to the stream. So we can start thinking about a little bit of some potential landing spots. And what could be the most, if we look at the central scouting, for example, between Matthew Schaefer, Michael Misa, James Haggins, of course, there's many other great prospects out there, but these have kind of been the three that a lot of people are saying are the top three. Porter Martone has been, I think, put in that top 4 as well. Central scouting has him drop from 4 to 6 in the final rankings, but I think he's still in that top 5 for sure. Then you have guys like, I find the top 6, 7, 8-ish, like Roger McQueen would be a fantastic consolation for a team that only gets to pick at 6 or 7. So that top end talent, this is going to be similar to the Slavkovsky draft, I think, where you have a guy like Cooley ends up going 3rd, but now you could probably call him the best player from that class right now. So it's not that Slavkovsky's terrible. It's not like typical drafts where you see, okay, well, who was the bust and who was the big surprise? I think all of them will be good talents. I know it's easy to say that when we're so far away. But I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if they're all the top 5 are fine, but who of that top 5 is the best? Oh, Big Gary's speaking now.
Bill Bailey, Deputy Commissioner, would unveil the cards and the result. Steve Mayer, who runs events and content, said, this is such a dramatic moment. Having been in that room, why don't we figure out a way to share it live with our fans?
Well, rehearsals have gone great. It's tense. It doesn't even count. We've had different winners every time. So the fans are going to love, I think, the interactive nature of tonight's proceedings. So, Commissioner, you stay right there. We'll get started soon. But first, let's take some care of some business.
Guaranteed they're going to start
is in the house. Look at that beauty.
Guaranteed they're going to start. I'm not sure how many balls are needed, but imagine it's like 8 balls for the lottery. They're going to pull one, and then they're going to talk about it for 10 minutes. Then they're going to pull a second. Then they're going to say, oh, well, now it's down from 16 teams to 10. What do you think, associate assistant to the traveling secretary's assistant? Well, us here in Anaheim, we're really hoping for a good pick. Oh, you are? Well, good luck tonight. Good luck. Oh, thank you. So by the time that's all done at 7:30, we'll get an answer, hopefully. Fingers crossed for Pavel Bure. Yes. Jiggle saying the Sharks are missing that anchor defenseman. Dickinson's a really good prospect, but not elite. I think what I've been seeing, especially what Red Boy just said the other day, another Sharks fan in the Discord server, Dickinson might be a very high-end top 4D, but for a top 2 anchor, the Sharks would love to see a Matthew Schaefer there, I'm sure. What are they saying now?
Player James Hagens of
James
Boston
Hagens.
College. Man, is this guy spectacular. You love his posture, the way he plays with his heads up.
I have not, doggy. I have not. I can't, honestly, I haven't really done my my big research on this draft class just yet. Obviously, I know the big names, but I can't tell you guys outside of like the top 20 yet. I got to do my big research before the big, before the draft stream in June. Gavin, good evening, all. Best of luck to all you fellow non-playoff team fans. I'm hoping that 1%, whatever it is, of the Calgary Flames, that 0.5%. I'm hoping on that as a Canadiens fan. So let's have a little fun with it, right? Let's have a couple sims go and see what happens. So just, the odds of winning the lottery and the odds of number 1 pick are a bit different for the Sharks, but for everybody else, it would be trying to win that pick. Yes, let me just pull this up here. Okay, so let's give it a chance. So let's sim 1. This would be a big one for Dice. Like, this is something I think a lot of Penguins fans are not just hoping for, but almost counting on. If the Sharks could keep 1, that's fine. But if the Penguins could jump from 9 to 2, let's say, and they're still going to get someone good at 9. Maybe it's a Victor Eklund. Maybe it's a Caleb Denoyer. But it wouldn't be that Michael Meese or that James Hagens, right? So if the Penguins could get number 2, now that would be something for all the Penguins fans out there. Then Chicago drops to 3. They still get a good player. And the Predators, who have been just poverty, they would have to get number 4, which is still fine. But then a team like Buffalo, let's say, that drop off from the top 6, 7, whatever, to into the 7, 8 range, it's not huge, but it definitely is noticeable. There's definitely those tiers. When we look at the draft lottery with players into them, so when you look at the mock draft here, Schaefer, Misa, Martone, Hagens. This is not the order, obviously, but Frondel, Denoyer, Eklund, McQueen. I think around 8 is where you see a bit of, like, Jake O'Brien's still really good too, but definitely from O'Brien to, I think, the Jackson Smiths and Carter Bears and everyone else of the world, even the Justin Carbonneaus of the world. That's where we move down a tier. So it's not that 9 is the same as 4, but definitely from 8, 9 to 10, 11, there's a difference. And of course, of that top, Schaefer, Misa, Hagens, all those guys. Anton Frondel, I think, really underrated. So you could call the top 5, I think, is Schaefer, Misa, Martone, Hagens, Frondel, in whatever order that's going to end up being. Then I do think that the 6, 7, 8, 9 is, again, Denoyer, Eklund, McQueen, O'Brien, in whatever order that would be. And then from 10 down, I don't know if shocked is the right word yet. I haven't done enough research. But I think as of now, I'd be pretty surprised if anyone in this definitely the top 8. If anyone in the top 8 dropped to 9 or further, I'd be a little bit surprised, at least as of now. But there's still a lot to talk about. So they're talking Matthew Schaefer right now.
I'm ready so high just because, only the 17 games I got to play, I think, I took opportunity of those games and worked my hardest and just put my head down.
They're just zooming in the prospects. Yeah, don't bring anybody into the studio.
Thank you so much. Best of luck in the future. Best of luck tonight with whatever happens.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Literally like in his parents' bedroom. Thanks, guys.
Amen, brother. Thank you, Sam. All right, let's go. Time to get started.
All right, here we go. They're going to pull a ball, I'm sure.
Over here, Ernst Young in the middle. That's Scott Clark.
Here we go.
He'll unclip the ping pong ball briefcase there. And, of course, to his side, to his right, is NHL VP Thomas Meany. He'll be starting a clock for us.
Okay, we don't care. We really don't care. Last time a goalie was drafted in the first round? You mean first overall? Not in the first round. First overall? Fleury 2003, right?
And we're ready to go.
All right, here we go.
1.
We have to drop each and every one inside.
Last year we had chalk. Nobody moved anywhere last year's draft.
I get that they have to show this, but the music going behind it as they drop ping pong balls in, it's a little much. And the guy talking on the side. Number 5 it is a number. 5 is a number. It is half of 10. 6, halfway to a dozen. Okay, this guy, and he's wearing, what shoes are you wearing, man? You're wearing like sneakers with a suit? Yeah.
10.
These guys.
We get 11, 12, 13, 14.
11.
That will be a redraw, so we can proportionally assign an even 1,000 combinations.
12.
Okay,
Based on each
okay.
team's winning percentage.
13. 14.
And again, teams 12 on down, Detroit on down.
Thanks so much.
We move up a maximum of 10 spots to the second overall pick in Detroit's case, and San Jose would retain the first pick.
First draw, 4 balls. Here we go.
Chris, please release the balls into the machine.
There we go.
And please start the machine. Thomas, please start the clock.
So Thomas Meany starts the
So it has to go for 30 seconds. That's a rattle around the system for 30 seconds. That's all right.
Zero, and the first ball will come up the chute, and we'll begin that process. Again, the percentage to win the draw, it begins with San Jose. They currently have the highest percentage, and we can update the percentage chances of your favorite team as each ball comes up.
Oh, yeah. The last 3 years, this is my 4th year doing a draft lottery stream. The last 3 years, I called it Habs Fan Reaction. Now it's just called Fan React. No, it's just Live Reaction. First one is number 7. What does that mean, right?
Number 7. How does that affect the percentage to win the draw? Here we go. So San Jose.
Okay, what does that mean?
Move up. Your percentage has increased. Chicago goes down.
Okay, Calgary's already out. Goodbye. There goes that.
And so on down the line. The Kraken. Good ball for them. Not good for Boston.
Thomas, please start the
But what does it mean?
So 30 more seconds to ball number 2.
This is not very clear, I find.
Eventually have 4 balls drawn to decide.
So Lotto 1 winner.
Who will win the
Okay, no.
draft lottery.
But is this going to update? I don't know. It said it would be live.
After that first draw, so the Flames fans, they cannot move up.
It's not even the Flames pick. It's Canadiens pick.
So Calgary eliminated after ball number 1 as we prepare for
Sharks up to
ball number
20.6% chances now.
2. Ball number 2.
Next up,
ball number 2 is
11. 7 and 11.
7 and 11. What does this do?
Now it's a commercial break, right? Wow. Everyone from 12 to 16 is out. Everyone. So I'm going to go to this screen instead. Everyone from 12 to 16 is out. Let me reset here. 12 to 16 gone. Rangers to Sharks now. So the Sharks now up to 24% chance, I believe it said. Now from 1 to 11. 12 to 16, no win there.
To win the draft lottery and pick first, and what ball number that you need to win the lottery. As the GMs look on,
All the GMs just staring on their Zoom screens. All these ads, ridiculous. Then I have to close them again.
Top 3 players Sam Cosentino just talked to. Kind of a draft almost based a little bit on need at the top. It's so close.
Yeah, this is. I find it's confusing, but
ball number 3.
Here we go. Ball number 3 is
Ball number 3 is 12.
number 12.
7, 11, and now 12. What does
7,
that
11,
do?
12.
Okay, Nashville.
Gets it. Oh, Nashville's out. San Jose, Chicago. Hold on. San Jose, Chicago, Philadelphia, Seattle, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and the Islanders. The Rangers, the Predators, the Bruins, and the Ducks are all out. I don't know what's happening either, but the Predators are out at number 3. So 1, 2, 4 with the highest chances. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10.
Chicago Blackhawks, the Islanders, the Penguins, and the Flyers.
Yes, everyone's so confused.
2%. Wow. I mean, all that your team needs. San Jose, you need
Okay, so San Jose needs an 8. Chicago needs a 9 or a 14. Flyers are 4 or 6. Seattle needs a 3. Buffalo needs a 2. The Penguins need a 1 or a 10. And the Islanders need a 5 or a 13. This is so confusing. After the break, we'll get back. Oof. Okay, so the thing on Puckpedia, is that updating or? I thought it was happening live. But I guess not. I'm very confused. You have to put it. Oh, you have to put it in manually? Oh, what am I doing? I have to put it in manually. 7, 11, 12. I have to put it in manually. So this is how it looks now. Okay, this is how things look. Now, this is going to be helpful for us with all the confusion. With all the confusion going on, this is how it looks right now. Manual input. There you go. So the Penguins and the Flyers, so sorry, the Penguins, the Flyers, the Islanders, the Blackhawks all have 2 balls that could work, while the Sharks, the Kraken, and the Sabres have only 1 ball that would work for them. So the Sharks not looking great for them right now, but Penguins fans, they should be very excited all the way down at 9. Islanders fans as well. Oh boy. Yeah, my brother's going start going crazy on that one. This is much better than waiting for the results. Plus, this manual input was really helpful. Thanks, Puckpedia. It took me a second to figure out the system, but there you go. Yeah, that Penguins lottery. This could be it. So the Penguins, the Flyers, the Islanders, or the Blackhawks have the highest chance of getting the first overall pick here. Just tell me the order. That's what we're waiting for now. And then the Sharks, the Kraken, and the Sabres all have 1 chance. These are the final 7 teams available. So the Predators, after their poverty season, finishing third last, don't get the first overall pick, but we'll see what ends up happening. Because this is just the first draw. The Predators could still win draw 2 and move up to second overall, for example. This is just for the first overall selection. I like this, though. I like that we can see, okay, now who are we rooting for? Who, like, well, depending on who your fandom belongs to. War Master saying, I don't want to see Chicago win just because we miss out on getting McKenna and Bedard together. Cagney's rooting for the Isles. Thank you. So in the live chat, you can see those special custom emojis and badges next to your names. Thank you kindly for all of our channel members out there in the chat right now. Cagney, Hobbsy. I'm not sure if any others are in the chat itself, but very much appreciated in there. If you go ahead and click on the link at the bottom, it'll show all the perks you can get as a channel member. But even then, just you being here is very much appreciated. Leave a like, subscribe for all of our franchise mode series. We'll get a career sim going soon, depending on who goes first overall. Once we know who goes first, we can get some sims going. I don't want to do a sim yet, because I've made too many mistakes in my life. I remember I made a big simulation for Slavkovsky on the Devils, and then he got drafted to the Canadians, and I said, well, I just wasted like hours of my life. So when it comes to players getting drafted, I try to wait until the draft happens before the sim happens. Sim is completed. But yeah, we do a lot of career sims from NHL 20 to 25 on the channel, and we'll definitely get Misa and Schaefer sims going in the very near future. Doggy, thank you. You're here too, Doggy. Sorry, I'm a lot going on in my head right now. All right, we're back to it. We're back live.
Isles needed GM, so he's representing the Islanders.
Gary, please. Kyle Dubas is in Hungary. Wow. No, don't worry about that, War Master. Appreciate you being here. All right. This is so much more clear than what's on the screen in front of me right now. If you're watching on Sportsnet, I find it complicated. This is so clear what's on Puckpedia. All right, now we got it. But they've been going for like the last 2-minute commercial break. So the 2-minute commercial break just changed history, because really, when they used to do the lottery, it would be ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, ball 4, 30-second breaks, whatever. But now there was just a 2-minute break for the commercials. So the universe has been changed, and a young man's life has been changed by the Burger King commercial. How about that? We lost the All-Star game. Give us something. Here we go. And that ball is number 13 belongs to the New York Islanders. What? Jumping from 10 to 1. Oh my goodness. Now that's a surprise. And the Islanders needed it. That is not your typical draft lottery. They're waiting so long to say it, but we already know. Yes. Spit it out, Bill. Yeah, that was a horrible system. They do it. A guy writes it on a card, and then he gives it to Bill to say. Just spit it out. Me looking at it here was so much faster. The guy's smiling and shaking his head. I don't know who that is for the Islanders. He's just smiling and shaking his head. He's just laughing to himself. He can't believe it, from 10 to 1. Oh my goodness, the Islanders finally get their superstar after years of drafting in the middle of like the first half. Always drafting 8, 9, 10, whatever. And Lou gets away with it in his final move as GM. He bribes Gary one last time. Yes, let's start the second drawing now. Okay, so let's clear the lottery. Lotto 1 winner was the Islanders. This system is so much better. Thank you, Puckpedia. I love you. This is our Stanley Cup. Let's go, Joseph, Islanders fan. What did I just watch? This is our Stanley Cup. Let's go. The GM data era got the Islanders their first pick. Let's hope we had a hand in it. Wow. Poor Penguins, Flyers, and who was it? Penguins, Flyers, and who was the other team that was still in there? Penguins, Flyers, and whoever fans. Seattle, was it? Should they trade down for James Haggins or even take James Haggins? I wonder. The first ball is number 1. They don't want to tell us, but I see it on my screen. All right. So ball 1, keeping the Sharks at the top right now. They have 53 more balls. Predators 34, Blackhawks 32. The Flames are still in it with a 0.3% chance. They're talking to Ken Morrow, the director of pro scouting, in the middle of the draft lottery happening. This is such a horrible. This is why you watch these things on YouTube. You can't watch it on TV. It's ridiculous. What do you envision out there on the island? There's a lot of next ball coming. Next ball is 5. Next ball 5 means the Sharks are still at the top with 21 more balls, 31.8%. Now the Flames are still alive. Ducks, Blue Jackets, Flames, Red Wings, all with 1 ball left. But the Sharks have 21. Next up, the Bruins have 8. The Kraken have 7. Then Preds 5, Blackhawks 5, Sabres 5. They're still in there. Why are they talking to this guy? Yeah, thanks for joining us at this horrible time. What? Now he's talking to the guy next to him. What are your thoughts on this? Well, you know what? The Islanders are... I'd be jumping up and down. Ball 12 comes out next. Ooh! Now it just gets down to 6 teams. A lot just got eliminated, including the Penguins. Sorry, Pens fans. The Sharks have 4. Preds have 2. Bruins have 2. Utah, Chicago, and Calgary. Calgary still has 1. Wow. The Sharks are still in it. Here we go. They won't tell us. They won't tell us for some reason. They're busy talking in their studio. Here we go. I'll tell you before they tell you. The last ball. I'm ready to click it for you. We're going to have a reveal in just a moment. Spit it out. Spit it out, please. Flames are still up there, though. Utah, Calgary would work as well. Oh, that's why it's Calgary. So if they win, the Flames keep their pick and we get Florida's. Ah, okay, I see. That's why. Oh, okay, so forget it. I don't care anymore about that pick. And now instead of 30 seconds happening, because Nick Kyprios, whoever that was, who's that guy that was talking with Kevin Weeks? Because Kevin Weeks has to talk with what's his name, we have to wait dramatics. No, again, the universe has been changed. The universe has been altered. Sam Costin, yeah, who is this guy, Cosentino? Bro, stop speaking. No, I'm sure you're a nice person. I'm sorry, I don't mean this. But no one wants to hear you right now. Who are you that I need to hear you more than I need to see the draft lottery? All right, 5 seconds. Here we go. We're about to find out in 5 seconds. The last ball is number 3, and pick number 2 belongs to Utah Hockey Club! Whoa! The Islanders pick 1, Utah picks 2, and the Sharks drop to 3. Oh, no, sorry, because I'm sorry. Utah wins the second lottery. Sorry, I got ahead of my head. Ahead of myself. Sorry. Utah jumps from 14 to 4. I'm sorry, 14 to 4. They don't pick a 2. They won the second lottery. Sorry. Oh my goodness. And now Bill Daly's going to come in. And now, only now we hear it. Thank you, Bill. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now Islanders 1, San Jose 2. San Jose stays at 2 because someone who was below 12 won the pick. The 14th pick jumps to 4. So number 1 sees the Islanders jump from 10 to 1. Number 2 have the Sharks stay at 2. Number 3, the Blackhawks drop from 2 to 3. But then at 4, Utah Hockey Club jumping from 14 to 4. What a huge jump for Utah. Great news for them as they've taken the next step in their rebuild, but they still get to have a top 5 pick in this draft. That is a huge, huge plus for the Utah Mammoth, whoever they're going to be named. So San Jose, Chicago, Utah, Nashville, Philadelphia, Boston, Seattle, etc., etc. Yeah, bad for the Preds. Okay, now I can finally turn this off. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Sportsnet. Wow. What a draft lottery, ladies and gentlemen. What drama. And that pretty much does it there. So now, if you were to say that the mock draft is still the mock draft, you would see Matthew Schaefer going to the Islanders, Michael Misa going to the Sharks, Porter Martone to the Blackhawks, and instead of the Utah Hockey Club getting like a Justin Carbonneau at 14, they will now get one of Schaefer, Misa, Martone, or Higgins. Oh my goodness. The Predators drop 2. So the Preds, the Flyers, the Bruins, the Kraken, the Sabres, the Ducks, the Penguins all drop 2 spots. The Pens drop from 9 to 11. Ouch. The Rangers, Red Wings, and Blue Jackets all drop 1. And the Canadians will officially pick with Calgary's first at 16th overall. Wow. So that's how things look now, ladies and gentlemen, after the official draft lottery results. Wow, was that something? Whew. Now, what kind of Sims are we going to be getting going? I don't know. But that is a huge day for Islander and Utah fans, especially for, Sharks and Blackhawks too. But to jump from 10 to 1 and 14 to 4, we have not seen jumps like that since, I want to say, like the Flyers jumped from 12 to 2 for Nolan Patrick. I don't think there's been a jump like that since then. Next Islanders franchise mode target, maybe we go after Schaefer. I wonder. So there you have it. I'm not going to drag out some big, long thing because I don't think we need to talk about it. We're going to have more discussions as the draft gets closer. But there's the draft lottery, ladies and gentlemen. That is our 4th annual draft lottery. I look forward to a 5th next year as well. Thanks for being here. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for all of our franchise mode series, especially you Islanders fans out there. We have an Islanders NHL 25 franchise mode series. We have our Hockey Legacy Manager series going, our MLB The Show 25 series going with the Blue Jays. A lot to enjoy here on the channel. Career simulations, sims with these top 5 players for sure coming in the next few months. So subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when they come your way. Join us in the Discord server, link in the description, where we're always talking hockey. And feel free to consider becoming a channel member, as there's a lot of perks that you would be getting there as well. Montreal picks at 16. I have to just scroll down there a bit. So Montreal at 16 and 7. So actually, I could look at it more like this, actually, for those top 16 and whatever else. All right. So there is the official order for you for the first round of the 2025 draft. That's really something. At least there's some drama and some intrigue. And I love the idea of the balls being pulled on the spot, but that was so complicated. Thank you to Puckpedia for their fantastic system. All right, much love, everybody. Talk to you soon. And let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What does this mean for each team? How would you predict the first maybe top 5, top 10 to go? Look forward to hearing your thoughts and discussing further. We get closer to the draft in about a month and a half from now, and we'll have live coverage when that comes your way. Subscribe for that as well. Enjoy the Leafs and Panthers game 1, and we'll talk soon. Good night, everybody.